My name is Lee Morris and I've been a professional photographer for 12 years now. This is one of my go-to cameras and this setup right here costs $5,000 to $6,000. Most people believe that you have to spend that kind of money to get professional images, but most people who call themselves photographers actually have no idea what they're doing. To prove my point, I'm going to take you on the cheapest photo shoot that I have ever produced in my life, and I'm going to shoot every single picture with a cell phone, and I'm going to take better pictures than the vast majority of images that you've seen online. 5 years ago, I created a video called the iPhone fashion shoot. You can go on YouTube and watch it now. It got a lot of views, but it made people very angry. I used an iPhone 3GS to take professional modeling pictures in a studio setting, and most people said, oh my gosh, this doesn't prove anything, you still use $10,000 worth of lights. One of the other complaints, which was really strange, was that I used a professional model. This time, I'm going to prove my point by doing all of today's photo shoots with gear that costs less than $30, and this time, instead of using a professional model, I'm just going to use a normal, everyday person, which happens to be my neighbor. Hey Mela, would you mind if I take a couple shots of you real quick?
Sure.
Now, a lot of people think about where they're putting their lights, but they don't think about where the lights are actually hitting and if they could remove some lights from their subject. For this next shot, we're gonna do a little bit of a beauty shot. It's gonna be totally naturally lit, and what we're gonna be doing is using black pieces of foam core. I got these from Walmart for like $2 each. And as you can see here, when we put these by the model's face, it's going to create some beautiful shadows on the cheek back to the ear. Then we're gonna have our assistant with a white piece of foam core holding it behind the subject. Again, this entire thing is totally naturally lit. And then with a little bit of Photoshop, we're gonna make it look perfect, and you are not gonna be able to tell that this wasn't taken in the studio.
To achieve that makes that with sweat and tears of hard work and late nights. And once you succeed, these jealous niggas go on to take bites. Yeah, mama, you knew too well, but don't worry, your son got that heart of steel. Spit jewels, what comes out my mouth is precious black diamonds.
What's wrong, Mela?
The pictures from the shoot just aren't getting that many likes on my Instagram.
Well, you know, I know one secret way to get unlimited likes on Instagram. So what we have here is a $5 piece of fabric that we got from Walmart, and we're gonna do a very stylized, harsh-looking fashion shot right now. You ready? So first, guys, I'm gonna take a shot with just natural light that's coming through the windows and kind of bouncing all around in here. As you can see, it's kind of boring, there's not much going on here. What I am going to do is I'm gonna use this flashlight here, and I am going to turn this on and hold it right over the top of the phone. And what that's going to do is create this really harsh light that's coming right at the model. It's gonna create a nice, very small shadow under her chin, but it's gonna look really cool. You've seen a lot of ads that look just like this. To make sure Mela was nice and shiny, we used 1 part glycerin to 10 parts water, and we stuck it in an everyday spray bottle. All right, so this shot's looking good. I think that we need a little bit more wind on her hair just to add a little bit of movement. So Pat, can you come in and bring a little bit of wind in here? No! Turn it off! Foam core. Just wave it in front of her.
These are space age flows, we're so far gone. When we spit, they'll collect it and try to make clones, but they never ever will be like I am me.
I send thoughts, baby, no more text. A digital girl, teleport to my bed.
If you don't happen to have a wall that you can hang a piece of fabric on, you probably have a floor. So I'm gonna get Mela here to lay down on the floor, and we're gonna take a completely different looking shot. Now, being that we placed her near the window, she looks all right, but what I'm gonna do is get my assistant once again to light her from above with a little flashlight, just to add a little bit more drama to the shot. Photography is 90% lighting, and most women do not look very flattering with long shadows on their face. Notice here, when she moves her head back towards the light and the shadows become a lot less pronounced, how much better this image becomes.
Part of me, but it becomes history as I make it. Along with the oracle, he foresees the fake shit. So it inspires me to become the greatest. My word is sharp as a Japanese sword. Call me Wolverine, adamantium claws. Baby, don't trip and turn back into soft paws when you feel this touch.
Now, if you don't have a wall or a floor, you're probably homeless. And so that's what we're replicating right now. We're homeless, we're outside, we're taking pictures within nature. It's all you've got, right? And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to shoot her with mostly natural light, but we're gonna use a piece of foam core on her opposite side here. Most of the light's coming from this part of the sky here. We're gonna set this up on this side, and then we're gonna use one of our fancy flashlights on the opposite side just to give it more of a professional look and give her some more flattering light on her face.
Hey yo, welcome to the jungle. No ceilings, a lot of space around to hunt you. No feelings, I only grew up to be numb.
This right here, guys, this is an LED panel that we got off Amazon. I literally think this was like 20 or 30 bucks as well, so don't worry, this isn't some sort of fancy light. It just adds a little bit more light than your average flashlight can if you don't happen to have one.
Gonna need protection. Catch that raw if your behavior ain't the best. Friend, call me the beast master. My team made of animals and we will be after you. Ugly ass hyenas, it's gonna be a disaster. Can't even sleep at night. I think you.
To soften up our lighting, you can see us here lighting up the foam core, which creates a nice, large, soft light source.
Fearsome kitten. Yeah, she my little killer. Out of all my women, she first pick of the litter. Yeah, now fall on the black son. You messing with my Skrilla, then you fall under attack, son. Hey yo, I use a double magnum, one for my missus and the other one.
For this shot, everything looks great in natural light. We really don't have to add any sort of external light. And you have to know when things look good, don't mess with it.
I used to rest there, got friends in gardens. Yo, whenever there's a problem.
Taking pictures with harsh sunlight in the middle of the day is probably the worst thing that you could do for your pictures. This shot in particular looks great because we're shooting at the end of the day and she's currently being lit with very soft light from the clouds.
So right now we have some pretty incredible light going on. The sun is over this way, I believe, but it's behind some clouds. It's a little bit brighter over here than it is over there. So I've positioned my model so that she's being lit by the sun so that I can still capture a lot of detail in the sky. So I'm gonna shoot through some of these shots. We got Pat to add a little bit of light with the small light panel just to give it a little bit more mood, a little bit more drama. And I love the way these shots look. They may be my favorite of the entire day so far.
Spares all mine, step up in the food chain or remain a small fry. I'm the that's why girls stick to me like flies. From the tribes of wise heights, listen to my battle cries. Rather may I supply you with survival.
Like, I knew you take good pictures with an iPhone, but I didn't think they would be this good.
Did you get that? You recorded that? So what did we learn today, guys? Obviously, you don't need a lot of expensive gear to get great looking shots. We used the fundamentals. We worried about composition, we worried about lighting, we worried about where we're gonna place our subject, what background we were going to use.
And having really awesome neighbors.
Exactly. That's what's really most important. At the end of the day, everybody needs a supermodel for their neighbor. That would make the world a much better place.
And this game is my prey. Yeah, better pray that you don't come across a goon, eh? I'm setting booby traps, that's what I said. Make the wrong turn and you might lose your head, along with your arms.
That's it, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I know many of you have been waiting for 5 years for this video to come out. Thank you for your patience. If you want to see the original iPhone fashion shoot that we did film 5 years ago, you can click on that here. Make sure you subscribe to our channel because we're going to be doing a lot more videos that are very similar to this in the near future. And if you're interested in learning more about photography or you want to become a professional photographer, this video is just the tip of the iceberg. Head over to fstoppers.com. You can read daily content about photography, and you can go to fstoppers.com/store to see our premium photography tutorials. Many of them are over 10 hours long.